Why is it 11:20?
You're not even in my tax bracket.
Today on the Next 15 AfterBuzz TV After Show, we're talking Claudia versus Jennifer, New York versus her biological clock, episodes 5 and 6. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
In honor of New York.
Give it to him.
I need my egg crack. I need my name dropped. What up, AfterBuzz? It's your boy DJ Jesse Janedy here in studio for the AfterBuzz TV After Show for the Next 15. If you guys are just tuning in, we was late on the show, but we decided someone got to talk about it. So here we are, the wee hours in the morning, y'all. We here for y'all. I'm joined by two beautiful young ladies, Miss Trene Todd.
What's up, y'all?
And Miss McCall.
What's going on, everybody? It's your girl McCall Hall when sports and pop culture collide at So McCall Hall.
Boom, we about to clock some tea, y'all, because it was too much tea. I wanted to come in with Drake 0 to 100 because, bitch.
Because Karamo said it in the episode. He
0
said they
to
go
100.
0 to 100 real quick. Real quick.
I'm mad that Claudia's nickname is C Murda.
Why?
Yeah. Well,
Why?
There's already a rapper with the name.
nickname?
Let him have that.
Exactly.
But did she agree to that nickname? Because everybody else calls her C Murder. She refers to herself as CJ. So
Okay.
yeah.
I like the CJ.
It's not what they call you. Here, Les, it's not what they call you, it's what you answer to.
Ooh.
Come on and get this word.
She be trying to act hella hard, and she really not hard at all. Like, she really is just a poser. I can't stand her, and I couldn't stand her
Those are fighting words.
in these episodes.
I want to like her. Like, I totally, on Real Housewives of Atlanta, I was just like, that's the wrong platform for her. So then I was excited to see her on the Next 15, and I didn't mind her the first few episodes, but now it's just like, either you're getting like the worst edit, or all these people are like having a conversation about you and being like, let's fuck Claudia over.
I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's a mixture of bad editing, then people probably plotting against her a little bit, and then on top of that, it's purely just a power trip. It's a power trip.
I think she's having a midlife crisis.
Oh, that's
You know?
shade.
You
That's
know,
shade.
She thinks that the
Is she at
talk show
midlife? How old's Claudia
is gonna save her career, but it's really making her look like nobody would want to work with her in the first
Well,
place.
I showed you guys a clip of what they actually ended up with the talk show. What did you guys think of the comment pilot?
I'll let you go first because I'm new.
All I have to say is take several seats, because she had the nerve to throw shade at BHL, which she said that YouTube only gets 500 views. We've never seen your the comment at all. I've never seen it. I want to see it. I don't want to see it. I wouldn't even sit in the audience to be a live audience member, because it was terrible. You were sitting at a desk that you probably borrowed from the latest.
I don't know where they got that. First of all, my thing was like this. Like, put like a cloth over the desk. Like
a tablecloth.
Her knees just look like a little church girl.
I just saw too many kneecaps, and I just don't want to see that much kneecap in any, and I don't think I have the prettiest kneecaps in the world, but they're not hideous. But I just think that a kneecap is one of those intimate things that
all right.
you shouldn't have to stare at it for an hour. If their show's
I
an
agree-
hour
I
long,
agree
you
with
shouldn't
that.
have your kneecaps
Well, look at any
exposed for an
talk show.
hour.
Every panel talk show, they come on, the
Cut
view
it
of
off.
But that's the least of any of our concerns with this conversation, because apparently rumor has, I heard that TV One's still skeptical about if they want it or not. Rumors that are just floating around,
Can
online.
you blame them?
No.
Next thing
I mean, here's my thing. I actually am I said it here, and I'll burn me to the cross, y'all. I actually thought that Karamo and Claudia would actually do it really well together and give it like an E-panel kind of news thing. I'm sorry, y'all.
But
After that, like after seeing that, I was just like, Karamo, like,
They don't have chemistry.
go back to TYT, which a commenter said that they listen to whatever that TYT thing is all the time, and they've never heard
Young
Karamo on it.
Turks.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah,
the Young Turks. They said that they hadn't heard of him on the show, but I mean, they may not have missed his episode.
The one thing I will say about the clip you showed me, it just seems like they're trying to be too extra.
Oh, in the comment thing.
Yeah, in the comment. You know, the way they perform in the comment, they're trying to be too extra. They haven't learned that art of breaking through the glass.
Yeah.
And just in making people feel like
Which is
in their living room.
Which is interesting because Claudia has done radio before, right?
Yeah.
She did the Mr. Smiley thing.
But it's radio.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But you're not
And she
playing
wasn't
for
like the lead
camera.
host. It was someone guiding her. And,
Exactly.
Okay. All right, so let's talk about it. Claudia versus Jennifer Williams from last week. She said, call me a bitch and see what happens. She called her a bitch because she knew nothing was going to
It's
happen.
a term of endearment.
Yeah, which it is. I mean, you know what I mean? I always talk about
I'm
this.
telling
Bitch is
my
my favorite
bitches
word.
tonight.
Because you
Bitch
can
is
use it in so
great.
many ways. You can be like, if you're mad at someone, you'd be like, bitch. If you're sad, you'd be like, bitch. Or if you're happy, you'd be like, hey, bitch.
Hey, bitch.
You know what I mean? I just love the word bitch. Like, it's a beautiful word. All right, so she said, this is why you have issues. And then Claudia spills all of Jennifer's tea, and I'm just like, how... I mean, I don't know if there's video out there, but I don't think we've seen Carlos King running around being like, Cynthia Bailey, like, you was sucking dick out there and Peter was doing this. Like,
No,
as an
you
executive producer
You don't.
Right.
who wants, you know, this role
You don't
and
do that.
respect.
You don't see that.
He
Because
throws his little, like, shade bumps, but with the girls, but...
yeah, it's not professional. And I just, when that altercation was happening, they're talking about, well, don't have me talk about what you was doing, and you ain't doing this, and you ain't doing that. Y'all, you're all on a show where the premise is you're not as famous as you used to be. Obviously, all of you guys have had
Oh,
missteps.
thank you for bringing that up, because
You've
I was
all
just
had
like...
missteps. So why are you trying to throw shade? Everybody's in the same boat. And frankly, y'all are sinking right now. Shut up.
And New York is the fucking captain of this damn
Right.
ship.
She's the
Because
captain.
let her come off of this show, no one's watching
Nobody.
this.
Nobody.
Honestly. Like, I don't know what the views are, but I don't think it's doing too well. But I mean, it also is on TV One. It's a new show. So I could see it maybe getting a second season.
Possibly.
But we'll see from there. So my thing was with the Claudia thing, it was you chose to open up and tell Jennifer about something very serious,
was-
and it was it was disrespectful for Jennifer to, like, you know, run and say it and bring it up in front of Laura, you know, personally. But by you spilling all of Jen's stuff, Jen hasn't been out here, you know what I mean, screaming like, oh,
Right.
she's a slut, she's a hoe, she's this, she's that. Jennifer don't care, like, from what
Right.
we're seeing. Maybe
Yeah.
she, behind the scenes, that's happening, but from what we're seeing, Jennifer's like, girl, like, live your life.
Right.
Like, I'm living mine fine.
I
On
don't-
YouTube.
I don't think Jennifer could care about somebody calling her a slut or a hoe. She was on a show
When you
called,
know you're... Thank
she
you.
was on a show called Basketball Wives.
Right.
She had bottles thrown at her.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Literally.
if you know the premise behind Basketball Wives, these are not women who were doctors and lawyers who happened to go to an NBA game and then find the man of their dreams. These are women who were looking for a come up.
McCall, you better put your hand on the Bible.
I'm just being realistic.
All
here.
right.
And it's no shade. Work harder, not smarter. Or no.
Yeah. Work smarter, not
Work
harder.
smarter, not harder. Lord have mercy. It's late, y'all.
Right, girl.
But the fact of the matter was, she was like, you're not even in my tax bracket. Which I looked it up, and it's true. She's not.
What are
Jennifer's
what are
worth how
Jennifer's
much?
worth $25 million.
Come on.
And Claudia's worth $500,000. So
Which, let's be real, I would take $500,000 in net
100%.
worth right now. Okay,
Yeah.
because I'm nowhere near that.
but then Claudia had the nerve to say, like, she's not hosting a party, so anybody can host
First
a
of all,
party.
yeah, like,
Like,
that actually to me was like, at a certain age, like, why are you hosting parties?
At a
Like,
certain age,
what respectable journalist? Like, could you imagine Barbara Walters like, yeah, club vibe tonight? Like,
right?
stop.
I
Paula
mean-
Paula Ferris from The View, like, hey, bitches.
Right. You have to look at what the greats are doing. The
You know
greats
what
are
I'm
not,
saying?
They're not hosting parties.
she's like,
Or hosting parties, a homecoming event in a parking lot.
They're hosting Democratic town hall meetings
wow,
and Democratic.
They're not reading
Debates.
They're not reading Twitter comments and
No,
being like,
they're not.
Oh, okay. Claudia comes out to say, have fun on your YouTube, or it's not even on YouTube. Yes, it is. It's on another website. Can't even get 500 views. And I'm just sitting here like, is your show on air anywhere? Or
Has your
was
show
it,
been picked up?
was it,
Like, how many subscribers do you have for your show, girl? Because I'm pretty sure over here we have about 203,000. I think it's 206 now.
Well, no, AfterBuzz, 1 billion downloads.
Come on and get this word.
You know what I mean? How many? 1 billion.
1 billion downloads.
But anyways, it's interesting because then we'll get to where they shot their scene later on. She said, "You haven't worked since Basketball Wives," and she's like, "You haven't worked since Roja," which no one liked you on that show. So. Claudia blocks her in. And there was a little bit of funniness with this, but again, it's just you put yourself in the power. If you were just a cast member on the show, this is hilarious. But the fact that you want us to take you seriously as an executive producer and you parked out here because you're mad that you told Jennifer some personal information.
Yeah.
And she didn't respect you. She didn't respect you because she don't really care about your personal information. Like, you're taking it personal. Like, you're really taking this personal. Like, the producers, not even the executive producer of the show had to come to you. Another producer was like, girl, come.
Yeah, like you had an associate producer come to you and say, girl, you're doing a lot right now. I need you to leave.
Right.
I need you to leave.
You know what
But wondering why Benzino and all these people don't want to.
Right. You know what they should have added to the show is where someone could eliminate the producer, like they all like voted,
like the island. Well, remember New York last week was like, if this was a voting show, y'all would have voted me off.
They would vote who the executive producer should be because she doesn't. At this point, she doesn't deserve to be that, and she's trying to be like this top-notch journalist, but she's taking a weird road to get to there.
I'm actually interested to see because I did hear that Hip Hop Weekly might be a thing. So I would actually be interested to see what Benzino pushes out of that because he has had successful, programs in the past. So
yeah. I mean, Benzino launched The Source.
Yeah,
he's legitimate, regardless of his neck and what people say. He's legit.
And
that's not me throwing shade. I'm just reiterating what Instagram says.
Speaking of shade, that's when Jennifer threw the tax bracket in. Laura and Jen went to work out, which she didn't earn herself. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what her jobs be doing. I don't know nothing about Jennifer until I watch the show. And I know that Evelyn wanted to kill her because Evelyn's the homie.
She was Evelyn's lap dog.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, that's what it was. Her accessory.
Laura and Jen go and work out. Laura wants to mediate both her and Claudia. I like Laura and Jen's relationship. I think they came off a reality show. They're both in a place of like, I ain't doing that ever again.
I will say this about Laura. I see her growth. And I know that Laura, with her past shows and projects she's been a part of, she has been a part of the drama, right? And it seems like she's trying to be that wise elder statesman almost on this show.
Like I did that.
Like I've been here, I've done that, I've done the drama, I've done it on air. It doesn't get you anywhere. And she's trying to mediate. So I respect that.
So she's actually doing what this show is supposed to be.
Yeah, she's
honestly,
she's trying to. But you got a lot of hard-headed ass people. How do you crack that egg?
Ask New York. Well, before we get there, so Jen says, "Look, I'm down to meet with her, but Claudia has to apologize within the first 10 seconds." I just don't even know what to feel about that. Like Jennifer, really, like one, and I will be looking at my Rolly.
She said Rolly, which I thought was classy because she's talking about tax brackets. She lets you know I got legitimate timepieces. Okay, every second's worth 100,000.
Not a wasteland fur.
Yeah,
but if you had the money. And I know
I
she
shop
may
at
have
Wasteland
the money.
Girl.
Google does say she has the money, but anyone that has that much money doesn't need to brag about it. And what I think about her...
I agree, because I grew up with some real rich people.
Right.
You would never...
Right. And I feel like she has a tendency, and even on Basketball Wives, she has her nose up in the air.
But that's new money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When money don't belong to you, but you have the reins to spend it.
Yeah.
That's that kind of money.
That's that new money. That's not generational wealth. That's not generational wealth.
Because you don't got to talk about it because you know it's always going to be
right.
there.
It's always going to be there.
This one, she like...
I loved seeing Miss Cynthia Bailey on the show.
Her only friend.
Well, because Cynthia will be friends with anyone. She said, has Carlos been being messy? His claim to fame is that he's messy boots. She brought up Jen and the ex. Then we get to Karamo, and he's nervous when he finds out about his son. Well, he was nervous when he found out about his son, but he was best friends with his son's mother and ended up getting her pregnant. Here we have him with like the shirtless like I can't. He looked great.
He looked fantastic.
Yeah.
Look,
But like every scene of him shirtless, he's always like propped up like even, do you remember when he did the wedding suit thing? He was like modeling and he was like standing against the thing like
Karamo knows his angles. I have to give him a lot. Karamo knows his angles. He's taken a class from Mariah Carey. He works his angles. You can't be mad at that.
I sure wasn't. I was watching like
I was like, get it, boo. I was like, let me write down.
I felt a little uncomfortable that his son was in the room because I was like, I don't want to be lusting over your dad with you in the room.
I've lusted over a few dads. It's okay.
Oh, with the children in the room. Oh,
You'd be like, so you want me to get you a job?
Yo, anyone want cupcake?
Like, so I can be closer to your daddy.
That scene really gave me a lot of pause.
He worked from 10 to 2, and now he's just chilling. Eating Doritos on the couch.
In a perfect bowl. Like, it was full. It's like, wait, so when did you start eating on these Doritos? Because it's full. It didn't look adulterated. It was very set up. That scene was so set up, it made me uncomfortable. I was like, fuck, like, put your hand in it. Have some crumbs on your fingertips.
I also think it's so hilarious when people who aren't used to, like, being on camera, like, they have a conversation on camera and they can't, like, help but, like, smirk the whole time because they just,
because they know that it's set up.
He was like, yo, Jason, I'm on my way home. I need you to go get the bowl.
Go get a bowl. Act like he was just chilling, being lazy.
Act like he was just chilling.
Go find your socks from yesterday. Throw them on. Act like you...
And let's be real. You're a guy, a very prim and proper guy. I give you a lot of credit for your personal hygiene.
Who are you speaking to?
You.
Oh, thank you.
I'm saying you're very prim and proper. But most guys are eating chips straight out of the bag. They're not getting a bowl. We're asking you guys to go get a damn bowl and put your chips in the bowl. You're not doing it. So that's when I knew the scene was set up because the average man is not going to get a nice
but he's raised
Tupperware.
by a gay father.
Yes, but still, he's a straight man, and I didn't believe.
And you know, Karamo gonna be like, I didn't get them $37.95 bowls from Macy's, and we ain't finna use them. Throw them Doritos in there. No, I'm just kidding. But bitch, I know what you mean. I fucked up a whole box of Cheez-Its the other day. It was by my bed for like a day.
Right?
No, Karamo probably like,
Empty.
you got them Dorito lace fingers on my couch.
My mom. At least they weren't Fritos, because Frito be smelling like dirty feet. I can't. All right. Karamo comes out to say that then Karamo gets himself a bowl of like chips or something. He goes and sits outside.
Yeah.
Go get that rake.
Go get that rake, boy. I got something to teach you, boy. That's how Karamo was acting.
So then Jason's out here raking up, and he has this conversation about people in production work hard, and he gonna teach his son a lesson. So
yeah, he's trying to teach him a lesson about hard work. Basically, what he was trying to instill in him is, I don't understand how you could be happy with only working 4 hours, which I get. His dad comes in, he said, I worked 4 hours and you're just hanging out. You feel like you're so
and he's
tired.
Like, how old is he?
He's 18 years old. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, like I had a job at like 12.
And even if you didn't have a job.
Honestly, like my family in the basement, staple gun machine, like like a Greek worker slave, like.
But he should be doing something to advance himself, whether it's education, employment, whatever. Yeah. And I think that's what Karamo's issue was.
Well, he's like in this place of like school or work, and so we see Benzino and Kirk Frost. Why we had to see Kirk, I don't know. Kirk felt horrible. This was a good place. The next 15. This is for people who, you know.
Yeah, it makes sense.
He needed some 15 minutes. So he felt horrible about being America's schmuck. Well,
they're all America's schmuck.
Yeah, because at this point, Peter Gunz has just put everyone on a whole nother level. Like, Kirk Frost, I don't even remember what the fuck you did to Rashida because the bitch's still with you. Like, at least there ain't another girl up in here. You know what I mean?
Peter Gunz is the ultimate schmuck. Yeah. But they all have hit a level of schmuckness.
Well, it's a chromosome. It's a schmuck DNA.
Like a schmuck zone.
Yes.
A schmuckazome.
A schmuckazome.
Yeah.
Speaking of schmuckazomes, before we actually get to that, wait, when did the Oh, Benzino and Kirk Frost. So then we see Benzino with Althea and her mom. The baby was born 3 days ago.
Slap her mom.
She's mad that he was going to LA and still not married. And the mom is just worried, like, because black women, after they have a baby, they need some dick.
That's what you're worried about
so
at this
weird.
point. Okay.
That's, yeah.
You go ahead, because I'm going to go in.
This answers a lot of questions from Love and
honestly
Hip
think
Hop.
that their whole morals is all backwards. Why wouldn't she want her man to go out and get the money while she could be? I know that, you know, women shouldn't just be at home, but you just had a baby. Trust your man, let him be out, working and things like that.
Or
But
don't
the
have a
mom-
baby with someone you don't
Right.
trust.
But, right. And then the mom had the nerve to be like, she wants sex. No, you should have been down his throat about the same thing. Like, what? Like, that makes no
And
of
I'm
sense.
just like, so
How
wait.
old is this baby? Because you're not supposed
3 days old.
You're not supposed to have sex for like a month and a half to 2 months after you give birth.
Yeah, but isn't
So
that like
why is your
bruising and
mom
stuff
even
like that?
worried about your vaginal pleasures when you should be worried about breastfeeding? I wanted to punch her mom because that was so stupid.
That was crazy.
That was so
like,
stupid.
out of everything you could have said. All right, so then we got a new character, and this was just where the show finally turned up for me. New York in action with an exclamation in the middle.
Spell it out for the people because it was A-K-T
T
exclamation point.
O-N.
T-I-O-N. Oh, yeah. I-O-N. Like, I don't even think that would even... Eon.
How do you put that on a driver's license? How do you put that on a driver's license?
And that's his rapper name.
Girl, first of all, you can't even put that, like... That's like a password. You know what I mean? Where they're like, use one uppercase, 4 lowercase, a number, a symbol. Like, why is your name a password? I'm done.
Clearly.
I would love to see their wedding program.
action.
The parents of I Love New York and the parents of Action invite you for
To
the,
the-
matrimony or whatever.
Sponsored by Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. New York,
Sorry.
like, that ain't classy.
Do it again.
Moscato, mix Moscato, bitch. It's her ex-fiance, and I just have a question. Was he wearing a wig?
Oh,
Was that hair real?
It looked
Or like, have you seen the people like when they get the hair transplant?
They were like,
It looked
okay.
extra padded.
I think that he was not her real fiance. So this whole meeting setup was just really too orchestrated for me to believe that.
I feel like he was an old fling of
Yeah.
hers. She got popping, and now he's like, I mean, I'll do the scene with you.
fake fiance, fake hairline. We see what you're doing, and it's not working. It's a wig.
Are you afraid of me? Why did you dump me? He said,
And he's
I'm, not,
sitting here like this the whole time.
I'm not a puppy.
like, I ain't gonna be your puppet.
I don't need you to be a puppy. I need you to fall in line. And he said, bitch, your reality all day.
And then he said, I ain't Stedman.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you and Stedman have the same haircut, so I don't know.
Why do that?
I don't know. I don't know. Have you seen Stedman? Have you
Literally
seen
the
Action?
same-
They have the same haircut.
If it was
It's different
gray, it
color.
would yep.
Different color. Jesus Christ.
Bitch, your hair looked like Stedman. New York said, "Oh, well, you don't like my reality because you seem to like it when I." And he said, "You act like I got a gun in your mouth." Said, "No, you got a dick in my mouth."
She was
Which is a gun.
Why is she so
Shoot the
fired?
club
This bitch is just insane.
Shoot the club up.
I love her. Oh my
like,
god.
but Joe, you threw out the ring
At Walgreens.
out of all places, Walgreens.
But imagine imagine the gift of being at that Walgreens.
Right.
Like,
While
I
this
would
happened.
thank God.
Like you were high as hell, you just want some Cheetos
Bit-
and some Dasani, and it's like, let me go walk over to Walgreens. And then you see this.
that would have been
happen.
the best day of my life. High, hot Cheetos, New York and her fiance act Eon in a fight, and the ring just got thrown.
World Star Hip Hop.
Girl. And I want to know what kind of ring that was.
Diamonds and white gold.
Yeah.
She said diamonds and white gold.
Bitch, that's a high school ring.
He got that shit out.
That's a
of there.
damn class ring. That ain't no real engagement ring. Shut up.
He seemed like he was the type that would moosh off of her for sure. Like he would definitely be the type to be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna be on TV with you, or all right, I guess you got all this money.
Like she likes a guy to treat her a little bad, and like, but he looked like the time he'll be like, all right, just lay back, let me eat this pussy, smash or something, and she'll be good.
He's the type that would steal her hair products.
It doesn't look like it.
It had a nice sheen to it. The wig had a nice sheen, so he's been using that good argan
That
oil.
was one of her wigs. That she
Whoever applied the hairlines was the same person, because I felt like I was looking at a dotted line on a coloring book. All right, New York again with just epicness.
Theatrical.
I want my eggs cracked. That means I want to get pregnant. I want my name dropped. That means I want to get married.
I want something substantial. I said, come on and get this word. Come on, New York.
I want my egg cracked.
Let's do an impression. Your best eggs cracked.
My best eggs cracked.
Like, do the impression of New York. I want my eggs cracked.
I want my eggs cracked.
Ooh, that was good. Do yours.
All right.
Name drop.
I want my name dropped.
Now go ahead. You got it both.
I need something substantial.
Oh my God. Best 15 seconds
Emmy worthy.
of my week.
Emmy worthy.
Honestly.
Now I
Emmy-worthy.
don't see how she can work up all that energy. I just got really hot doing that.
You know what though? I realized like it takes a certain type of person to really go 0 to 100. I am that type of person. I've realized that because sometimes people be meeting me and they're like, "Well, you act like fucking crackhead on the show." And I'm like, "Bitch," because I got to keep myself awake for 45 fucking minutes and keep these bitches awake for 45 minutes. So I gotta be like,
Who you calling a bitch?
"You hoe."
Okay.
Term of endearment.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the term of endearment. Like, "Hey, bitch." All right, so she said she wants a ring on it. I'm not your floozy. I'm worth it. This is the second time this week I've heard the word floozy. I was watching Fuller House and they popped that one in there. I'm like, well, we trying to bring this word back or something.
And she said bed maiden, which is a really old term. That term goes back to slavery. When she said bed maiden, I'm like, whoa, Tiffany Pollard. That is
Look who
really
raised her, though.
aggressive language.
Look who raised her.
That is aggressive language. You refer to yourself as a bed maiden? Girl.
Oh my God, you just girl.
I'm a classy woman.
Oh, I feel
would
it. Yes,
never.
you are. She said, that's all. She said, that's all my cards. She said, you know, you have till January or I'm gone.
But what month did they film this? They filmed this in February. He got 11 months to get it together. Shut up, New York. Come on. I love you. but shut up.
January, because I want a winter wonderland wedding.
Remy Ma got it on Love and Hip Hop. I want my wedding on the next 15.
Oh, I want this wedding to happen so that we can have Bridezilla in New York.
New York would be the
Oh
best
my God.
Bridezilla.
I
Great.
tune in every week, would not miss an episode, would download the app and get it on Hulu for the replay. Come on and get this word.
I want my wedding dress. Like,
Where my
would
wedding
be
dress
epic.
at? Bitch, I ain't even get my eggs cracked yet.
Where the
Carlos,
hell are my eggs?
Carlos comes out. He says, if you're on reality TV, you have to show your truth. No one's directing this. Okay. Then we meet up at the Six, which is on Ventura. Real cute restaurant. They have this like little egg situation with the hash browns. It's bomb. And they have a cute little mimosa special on the weekends.
but my thing is, the whole restaurant looked like it was cleared for this scene.
Yeah, it was.
Well, every time, okay, but every time I go there, it's always been like
Empty?
kind of, but it's a dope place, and like their prices. That's probably why they empty, because it's fucking like, damn bitch, for a tiny ass little egg, like,
How much are they charging?
girl, I don't remember like all that.
Well,
I was
when we
drunk
go, I'll make you pay for it.
No, in LA, probably $20 for.
for a fucking egg and fucking toast. But anyways, so they were at the Six, but it's bomb. It is bomb. Claudia showed up with the bridesmaid's dress, and Laura and Jen were there. Well, that's when Laura tells her about the 10-second apology, and I'm like, okay, Laura, normally you have normally when you want to get someone to do something, you tell them beforehand. Like, that's kind of a setup, you know?
Yeah.
Jennifer walks in, there's a timer ticking, and Claudia said she swallowed her pride. And again, I think Jennifer lied to Claudia. Because it's like, Jennifer, just say, yeah, bitch, I don't like you. I did say I don't want to sit at the table with her. I did say that I don't want to sit at the table, period. But I also don't want to sit next to you because I don't like you. And I'm sorry that you got, whatever happened to you in your past. I'm sorry that I offended you within you telling me that. But I did say that shit. Now, do I want to be on TV still? And may I still want to do it? I don't know, like Jenny on the Block or some shit like that they're trying to do. Can't. On from that, we see Jen and Willie Norwood, Brandy's dad, the vocal coach, singing "Happy Birthday."
His balls are legendary.
Random.
Willie Norwood's balls are legendary. His balls produce Brandy. Y'all know I'm a Brandy stan.
Oh,
so
I was like, where's this going?
I'm a Brandy stan, so I was really excited to see Willie.
That was cool. I mean, I guess Benzino's really cool with Ray J, so he was able to get the dad to come through.
Right.
So
then we see New York and Chance, just amazing, nostalgic television. Thank you, Carlos, for that. Actually, can I get strawberries and some Moet?
I love that whole scene.
It was just
It made me. I had to look at the TV like this.
two peas in a pod.
They're
Both
so perfect.
That's the wedding.
Ritalin.
That's the wedding I want to see.
Oh God.
Come on, Carlos, make that happen for
God.
season 2.
We need that. We need that.
She talks about the January engagement, but wants to rekindle and feed Chance. She said, "Give me a nice round tip." I remember the first time I had sex with Chance. We watched National Geographic. He wanted to get me ready for what he was about to do.
She said it was so barbaric.
it was so barbaric. I think that New York plays off whatever she's got going well.
Anything.
Because she had the nerve to tell him, play this damsel in distress, like hoping that would like bring him in. And it kind of does. Mm-hmm. Like she always turns on her like emotional, weird character, and he totally fell for it.
Totally.
You want to go clubbing?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
She said she wanted to get pounded. When his lips caressed mine.
Wasn't the kiss? The kiss was so sexy.
No, the thing that she did at the side of his face, where her whole body like tremored, like. Just on this. Like, girl,
what?
Jesus!
She starts speaking in tongues.
New hope, new joy he brings. Let her listen. I'm sorry.
Crack them eggs.
Got her egg cracked.
I'm about to get my eggs cracked.
My thing is, New York, how are you going to tell Chance that you don't have any commitment, but you just told this man he has till January to...
But it's not like he responded in a positive way. It's not like, okay, cool, I'll see you in January. Like, he left it kind of open-ended.
So then we see New York with a vocal coach, and apparently she knocked out 4 episodes of a cartoon. That I like the idea of her doing voiceovers.
Yeah.
She
That's a good
has
look.
that energy and that kind of voice that she can do it. The Jamaican Dora the Explorer was hilarious. Which way I'm trying to get my guns?
She got that part down, though.
She really did, but like,
some ganja. She said, lead me to the way to the ganja now. Whoa, what? This is for Disney, girl.
right.
Like, I want you to play
Shady man named
Shady
William.
like, okay.
Hey baby, sit your fine ass on my lap and stick.
Let me put
say
my
a pimp.
hand up your
He
skirt.
didn't say a pimp. Oh my gosh.
A sleazy guy named Leroy.
A shady guy. Like, he could have been selling you anything. Like, not dick.
Like, my thing is, it's for Disney, so you could have had the voice, but you could have said something about, like, take some of this candy.
You know?
Right.
That's teetering the line, but it's still Disney approved.
Well, obviously Leroy stemmed off of maybe someone that she may have known.
No,
So,
right?
clearly it was
we might have really found out what happened with Action.
clearly
Why he had to change his name. Claudia and Benzino met up. He said, "You always dress like you at an event." She said, "No, it's casual." He said, don't wish Jen well. That's fake. He said, just say you don't want to know. She said she feels Benz is trying to give her a script. Ben said, as an executive producer, you need to pull it back. Delegation skills aren't really the greatest. Claudia came out to say your attendance sucks. He had a baby, so he did have to travel. She said, I'm not emotional. I don't like people. What she said, I don't like people I know. I don't like it when people I know act like they don't know me. And then had the nerve to say that her and Karamo are smarter.
I know.
You don't understand my humor.
Girl, since when? And I don't want to throw shade. I really don't want to throw shade.
Girl, you're on the wrong show.
But girl, since when are you smarter? Because Jennifer's worth $25 million and has probably sucked less dick than you have.
And she's making business moves. She got tons of things that she's putting her name on, beauty products, and what are you doing? You're over here trying to pitch a show that everyone else is doing. So if you're really smart, you would come up with a different form of putting the show on digital platform. Your whole tactics are not smart. And maybe Karamo is smarter than you, but but
my thing is, like, if you're in all these meetings and pitches and stuff like that, then you clearly know everything is heading to online digital. Yeah. So it's just interesting. It was like a weird comment. So Benzino meets up with Karamo. They're talking about Claudia. He said the boss can't bicker. You got to let the small stuff go. And then I was with him until then he's like, white women don't do that. They handle their business.
Like, where did that
Y'all can handle that whole conversation.
So here's what I'm going to say about that. White women, black women, women in general, we have a whole different struggle when it comes to the business world. It doesn't matter if you're black or if you're white, you have to deal with the same BS. And we all are trying to get, to our goals, okay, and accomplishments. But then he goes on to say, well, but I love black women. My 3 baby mamas are black women. That's a problem.
Yeah.
The fact that you have baby mamas, you can't even say like my ex-wives or my current wife is a black woman. You're saying your baby mamas, and you're 60 fucking years old. Benzino. That doesn't sound right. White men say they have wives. How about that?
Karamo the whole time, yeah. That sounded like the most agitated.
Karamo wanted to get up and walk away.
He's like, I don't know why I decided.
And then as if you
like the black woman in me is just fed up.
And then not only that, but then as if you didn't sound shady enough, then you're gonna say to Karamo, I mean, I understand you're gay, but you used to smash that gussy. Plenty of it.
I was just trying to, fulfill my ego. Like,
well, we saw that when plenty of it.
I didn't get that part at all.
Yeah, that was.
It's like you're gay. It's like you're not the guy.
Why are we
you're not the little
promoting
short dude in the locker room who's got to like.
There are some gay guys who feel like because I have sex with women, it makes me more masculine, and I have seen some.
But I've seen you run, girl.
Who? Karamo?
No, Karamo.
What, he has a girly run?
Yeah, it's a little more feminine than most.
I mean, I just felt like it was a model run so that the shot looked good.
But
like
I'm just
Baywatch.
saying, like, you can't convince me of an extreme masculinity. I've seen you run.
I just think that it's always...
McCall ain't trying to get none of that.
It's always the straight man and the gay man, and the gay man has to, like, try and prove himself, and in that matter, he definitely was trying to prove himself.
Yeah.
He could have just been like, no.
But
I've always been gay.
I appreciate him saying that I fucked them for ego, like to own, like, because that is true for a lot of guys in the gay community. But he did say that if he was to date any of them, he would date Laura because she's like a dude.
Which is wrong.
So New York meets up with everybody except Claudia. And I think I know this club, but the B footage for this show is amazing.
Yes.
Them dancing in that club. New York was so drunk.
Super drunk.
They looked like they was all hitting the Bernie.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Or the Harlem Shake or something.
They looked like they was at a reunion.
Wait, but I just want to test something out. Trene. You don't feel that?
I don't think I do.
You don't feel it?
I don't. I'm sorry. Damn. I'm strictly different.
I mean, well, shit, she's straight. She's straight. If she wasn't affected by that, then she's straight.
Shit, I felt that though.
Okay. We on Tiffany time. No Claudia. Everyone getting along. Feels like New York wasn't allowed to. I felt like New York wasn't allowed to have a lot of friends when she was younger. And we're seeing that because she was so excited to be like the head cheerleader. Like, everyone's here for my time and the girls' time. And like, it just gave me like a really young mentality in that moment.
She was a tea party with her stuffed animals, probably.
She said, I respect y'all, but not Claudia. I'm done with the show, and I need to focus on my own stuff. And everyone wanted Karamo to lead. So we see Claudia and Laura. They go look at the studio space. And Karamo goes and tells Claudia basically about New York's announcement and that they don't like each other and that she doesn't like them. Claudia said people are anxious to see this project. And then she clocks New York's resume, and I'm like, she was on Big Brother UK. She just got booked for another Dr. Jen. Like, I mean, she out here.
She's working.
Right.
She's working.
She has to put herself on the line, but she is clearly fine with that. So
hell, if the check clears, you working.
All right, so I think Claudia was just so annoyed, and it really got into her bloodstream when she found out that everyone wanted Karamo to be the leader.
She was pissed.
So then we see them go over to the studio, right? Where they're gonna try and film this project. And this studio is very interesting because there's a lot of rumors about this studio and people not getting paid and like projects falling through and like a lot of people sign things and then nothing really happens to it, or things gets, you know, misplaced,
or it only gets shown in Africa,
pocketed, or but hey, that's a demographic. Real Housewives of Atlanta, these bitches be wanting that African dollar. You know what I'm saying?
Now that was shade.
So I don't know, you know, but we get, they're talking about the comment. I also heard that, you know, it's really overpriced too. But, so then they're talking about the comment and they want to keep it urban. I mean, you have Benzino.
There's no way that you could get around it being urban. You don't, that's, some things just go unsaid.
You know?
Like for Michelle Obama to be like, I'm a classy woman. We know that, girl. You're in the White House.
right.
So
all right, so then they say Jen is going to have her segment, Jenny on the Block, so she's not doing the panel thing, which makes sense.
Yeah, that was
that way she can still be a part of the show. Karamo's son Jason was there. So basically they get a fan tweet and they talk about it. My thing was Karamo gonna read one of the tweets and be like, fans, why y'all so shady? Like, bitch, you just as shady as all of them. Like, you know what I mean? That comment, you've made several.
And that's
others.
the premise of comments. Comments are made to be shady. Nobody who's leaving a comment would actually say it in real life.
You're creating a show to be shady. Like, that's the point of the show.
Because they're both shady.
Everybody knows the comment section is the shadiest piece of the article.
Thank you. And not only that, but when you're talking about certain topics, it's really hard to have educated conversation. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, it's going to come off shady because you want to make it fun.
They think that it's not going to be in the urban, but all they're talking about is negative coonery, buffoonery.
Oh.
So, what do they expect?
They talk about Benzino's dick pic. Bloop.
Which I have on my phone.
Why?
I don't know, but I discovered I
Out
have
of
it
all the dick pics in
I have
the
a
world,
few.
Omarion's. You seen that one?
No, I haven't. Before the circumcision or after?
Oh, it looked real circumcised to me.
I've got to see that one.
It's a great one.
Oh, downloading as soon as I leave.
Oh, yes, I found a new nudes girl because Keneally used to be my nudes girl, but we don't do
You
show
can send me
together.
all the nudes.
All right. All right. So who else do we see? So then Laura can't always be prepared. If you're going to be a part of a show, how could you honestly come out and be like, oh, I just can't read the tabloids?
There's a fine line. If you're just simply reading 2 or 3 blogs a day,
Right.
you should be prepared.
Or go on Shade Room, go on any
As if they're
baller
not, as if
alert.
any of them are not already on the,
Right.
like, looking at this shit. Come on.
They have to, just to make
Laura
sure that
maybe
they're not.
Because Laura does to me seem like she's in a better place in life. So maybe she has X'd that stuff.
Oh,
out.
like she tries to stay from the away
You
from
know
the
what I mean?
blogs.
The reason why she probably is, Laura has 5 kids or something like that. Like, Laura is very busy, and she told me recently she cooks for her kids every day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh, wow.
I mean, when they're, at home. So I know she's busy. So maybe that's why she can't watch it. You know.
But damn, Jennifer. It's
Jennifer,
like
give me
it's like a deer in the headlights. Like it's like she's there, but she's not really there.
Yeah.
I don't know where she's at.
Because she's just trying to be on this show. Because she need time for her face. I mean, come on. So we get to Karamo's event. It's an HIV awareness event. Yo, you want some cupcake? You want some cupcake?
That was awkward. It was violently awkward because he wasn't articulating his words.
Right.
His hands were very limp. The cupcakes looked dry. It was just uncomfortable.
He didn't want to be there. It's like he doesn't take.
It's
his
seriously.
dad gives him so much that he just like
He doesn't take his
it
dad seriously.
No, and he's just like
Like Karamo was like, wait, you're talking about not going to college? You just offered him a job on a reality television show underneath Carlos King, who works for Real Housewives, Love and Hip, like big shows. Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm set. I know how many producers who didn't go to school and that. Like,
and it's true, there are a lot of them, but you can't diminish the importance of education.
right.
and I don't think you aspire to that. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I tried college and, well, you know, halfway through, didn't work out for me. But I tried. You know what I'm saying? Like, to go in it with, you know, like, fuck that shit, I ain't gonna try it.
Right.
There's a little, to me, it feels a little bit of like, well, I always say this about millennials. I feel like they feel everything should be given
Entitled.
to them.
They do. And I'm a millennial, and I went to college, loved my experience, and it's a very comforting feeling knowing whatever you want to do outside of that traditional route, you still have something to fall back on.
Right. Exactly.
I always feel good about that.
All right, so then we get Benzino, Jen, and Laura show up, and then there's this conversation because Benzino almost got Ray J, but then Ray J's not sure if he can do it, and Claudia decides to, you know, pull Benzino aside on the middle of the stage
Which
at an HIV awareness event for who you claim is the only person that you want to support.
And she kept grabbing him.
And
like
it
a
just,
child.
yeah,
Grab-
it just
it's
didn't
just
seem.
a fucking weirdo.
I wonder if she was tipsy though.
She had to
Probably.
be, but it's like, first of all, this man is in a relationship. He is with a woman who will snatch your wig off.
Now we know Trene's ticks.
Now, you grabbing him and things like that, and what is that going to do to get him to really listen to you? All he's seeing is this, and we can tell that Benzino, what I like about him is he really like tries to get out. He knows how to get out of every situation.
Did you think that he was going to react in a violent manner?
No, because he
always keeps it
Yeah,
cool.
you can tell he got a crazy ass baby mom, probably 3 crazy ass.
You remember
baby
when
mamas.
her versus Carly Red and that whole situation? Like, and he was just, yo.
Okay.
This ain't
I got
nothing new.
nervous for a second. I was like, I hope he doesn't swing on her.
No.
Karamo, if it would have been Karamo would have.
Mitch! So to finish this all out, so basically then we saw this little clip of I am Carlos King, I am epic, I am magic. You should have finished it with I am messy.
I am shady.
Shady. All right, so then Claudia is just so mad at Benzino. He calls Karamo over as if would make Claudia even more mad. He has nothing to do with this. But you notice Karamo, he wants that top spot because Karamo just happened to be bent over like he was doing something like, yeah,
Right.
what's up?
Right.
Oh, hey.
But Claudia, now I feel like Claudia and Karamo are definitely gonna have some sort of like shade because she
No.
maybe not, but why was she like, this isn't his show? This isn't his show.
Yeah, she goes, I'm the executive producer.
Titles in Hollywood. They do matter
They do.
at a certain point in life. I don't know about that one. Claudia's not stopping on stage. She keeps yelling at Benzino. He's like, yo, this is your friend's awareness event. Like, stop it. I'm not having this conversation with you. And she's like, go do your spoken word and then we're speaking after. Talk to him tomorrow. Now, her argument is he doesn't show up, so it's hard for her to have this conversation with him because he's not coming to the meetings.
But he said, I don't check my email. I rarely check email.
That's weird.
Which is weird because Benzino really does have a legitimate net worth.
And you would think he would have like a secretary or
Or some kind of
assistant.
system to screen those things that are of importance. How do you not check
He
your
was
email?
lying.
Yeah.
He clearly was lying so he could get her out of
He's
his
like,
face.
bitch, I don't take this shit seriously. I realize that y'all don't really know what the fuck you doing. Y'all up here with some damn tweets and a fucking cardboard plank as a desk talking about fucking what someone talking about Kylie Jenner sold this many lipsticks.
They did that show. You know what that desk reminded me of? You know when you go to Bed Bath & Beyond, they have those little bed and breakfast things for your bed?
At the hospital, girl.
Yeah, the little hospital table. That's what it looked like.
Girl, it looked like she was sitting in a hospital with her knees knocking like.
It looked like a laptop playing.
Right. you get from Sky Mall on the plane. Anyways, so we'll get the continuation of this next week where we'll just come back and Khalil better take his ass back here because this motherfucker ain't been here. Shit. Anyways, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit us up at AfterBuzz TV on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You guys can keep in contact with me at DJ Jesse J.
And you can reach me at your girl Trene on Instagram and Twitter.
And when sports and pop culture collide, you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at McCall Hall.
Boom. Let us know what your favorite parts of these 2 episodes were down in the comments below. Subscribe to us on iTunes. Peace.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.